Okay, screen visible இருக்குங்களா? Yes. Please tell me screen is visible
Yes,
or
sir.
not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, இப்போ இதில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா this is the some model of electromagnetic waves. அதில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு வேவ்ஸ் வந்து லார்ஜர் ஆம்ப்ளிடியூட் இருக்கு, அனதர் வேவ்ஸ்க்கு வந்து என்னது ஸ்மாலர் ஆம்ப்ளிடியூட் இருக்கு. இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். ஓகே, டூ வேவ்ஸ் இருக்குங்க. ஒன் வந்து லார்ஜர் ஆம்ப்ளிடியூட் அண்ட் அனதர் ஒன் இஸ் ஸ்மாலர் ஆம்ப்ளிடியூட். So this is and again this is always because the relation, the magnitude relation between E and H is always E by H is equal to eta. E by H is equal to eta 377 ohm. Okay, so அந்த ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்பை ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். அதனால ஈக்கு இருக்கிற அதே மேக்னிடியூட் ஹெச்சுக்கு இருக்குன்னு நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்க முடியாது. ஸோ டிஃப்ரெண்ட் மேக்னிடியூட் வில் பி தேர் டெஃபினட்டா. ஆனால் இ இருந்தால் ஹெச் இருக்கும், பட் த மேக்னிடியூட் கம்பேரிசன் பிட்வீன் இ அண்ட் ஹெச் டிபெண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் ஈட்டா. ஸோ wait a bit, I forgot to open the whiteboard. Okay. Okay. So so you know this is the sample of EM waves. Okay, model of EM waves. So இதில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த maybe, and again you know that the relation between EM wave, electric field and magnetic field is always eta is equal to E divided by H. Okay, this is simply 377 ohm. Okay, simply 377 ohm. Okay, at any point on the free space, okay, on the space, if you have electric field there, definitely there will be the magnetic field. Definitely there will be the magnetic field. Okay, wait a bit. Okay, so if you have electric field, then you will have magnetic field. Then the relation between electric field and magnetic field is always 377 ohm. Or otherwise, I can say that the electric field is 377 times larger than the magnetic field. The electric field is 377 times larger than the magnetic field. In reality, the electric field and magnetic field nature could be like in terms of millivolt or in terms of micro, something like that, but we do not know. But at any point of time, electric field is 377 times of magnetic field. That means what? Magnetic field is smaller, electric field is larger. That's why they have shown the diagram like this. Okay, so the amplitude of the magnetic field is like a bigger sinusoidal wave, and amplitude of amplitude of the electric field is like a bigger sinusoidal wave, and amplitude of magnetic field is like a smaller sinusoidal wave. Okay, and again you note here, at any point of time, the phase difference between electric field and magnetic field is always 90 degree. That means what? Always electric field and magnetic field always will be at 90 degree angle to each other. Okay, they cannot be at the same direction. See here, if it goes here upward, then it goes like this, or otherwise if it goes like this in this manner, then it comes down. Okay, at any point of time, the phase difference is always 90 degree. Okay, so and again that also you can observe here, but this diagram is going a little bit fast. So again and again you can realize here also some 90 degree phase shift, something like that. Okay, so always it is of 90 degree phase shift. Electric field is always perpendicular to the magnetic field. Okay, so okay, sir, can I go to next? Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, so next one is I am going to show you the wave model. Okay, wave model, how to generate the wave. Okay, generally it can be electrical, electromagnetic wave, or any other wave. Okay, wave from water, it could be anything. So how to create the waves? Okay, I will play one video, simple video. Okay, see here what is happening when when he is shaking that அவர் அந்த கயிறை ஷேக் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகுது, is getting the waves. Okay, தெரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? How to get the wave, how to get the wave. Okay, simple way to get the wave generate பண்றாரு, அது வந்து என்ன ஆகுது, propagate ஆகும். Simple way to generate the wave. Okay, okay. Next one is what is the difference between plane waves and spherical wave? What is the shape difference? See, and then how to get the spherical wave from the plane waves. How to get the spherical wave from the plane waves? Already you know this is what spherical wave front. Okay, this is spherical wave front. Okay, this is a spherical wave front. Spherical wave front. This one is plane waves. Okay, plane waves. Okay, this is the plane waves shape, and this is the shape of the spherical wave front. Then you can see here how the plane wave is converted into the spherical wave. This is one simple way to realize to get the spherical wave from the plane waves. And how to get the plane waves from the spherical wave? Actually, in case of DTH, that will convert the spherical wave into plane waves. And not only that, when you have if you have spherical waves, what will happen when you are doing the spherical wave like this? After some time, that will become a plane wave, sir. See, you know that when you are increasing your circle radius, okay, you keep on increasing your circle radius, then finally that circumference will look like a line. Okay, circumference will look like a line. Then slowly the spherical wave is converted into the plane waves. Slowly the spherical wave is converted into the plane waves. That means what? When the antenna is radiating near to the antenna, that will be like a spherical wave. Then after few meters, few distance, then that may become like a plane waves. But here we are seeing how to get the spherical wave from the plane waves. Okay, so spherical wave from the plane waves. So I'll go to next simulation. Next one is EM waves. Okay, how the EM wave is propagating. Okay, in reality, see, they have given separate color. They have given separate color. They have given separate color, like blue color and red color. I will zoom it little bit. Zooming, please. Okay, ஓரளவுக்கு தெரியுதா சார்? So what is happening? The electric field at any point of time, the electric field and magnetic field is always at any point of time, electric field and magnetic field is always perpendicular to each other. Always perpendicular to each other. See how it is rotating, and also they are showing what is lambda. What is lambda? One wavelength. Okay, so this is simple diagram for electromagnetic wave. How the electromagnetic waves will look like in reality. See what is happening. See, first observe the blue color line. The blue color shape goes from plus x or minus x, and again you see here the red color goes to either plus z or minus z. Okay, then finally the wave is going in which direction? Y direction. The wave is going in which direction? Y direction, because your wave is going in this direction, Y direction. Okay, your wave is going in Y direction. This is your x. Okay, then again it follows the right hand rule. Okay, you are, when you come from z to x, then you are going to y. You are going to y. So when your electric field is in z direction, okay, then your magnetic field will be in x direction, something like that. So that means what? The at any point of time, the electric field and magnetic field is always perpendicular to each other. Then finally the wave is going in which direction? In this case, it's simply going in the y direction. It's going in the y direction. again here a little bit clear diagram. Okay, see, you can clearly see here how this is changing. See, the electric field is going to either positive Y or negative Y. See, the electric field is going to either positive Y, this is positive Y, or negative Y. And where the magnetic field is going, the magnetic field is going to either positive Z or minus Z, positive Z or minus Z. So when you want to really go in the direction of X, then your electric field has to go from Y to, okay, then your electric field has to be in Y, then magnetic field has to be in Z. Okay, then if you want to do it in some other way, then what will happen? Both your electric field and magnetic field has to go to their negative direction. Say once if you observe here, at one oscillation, both electric field and magnetic field is in positive direction. Okay, say because if you are having plus X cap cross product with plus Y cap, okay, sorry, made a mistake here. Say simply, say your electric field and magnetic field is in YZ plane. Okay, so and clearly electric field is in the Y direction. So once if your electric field is in Y direction and your, say this is EY direction, and your magnetic field is in Z direction, HZ direction, then definitely finally in which direction you will go? Y cross Z is simply X cap direction. Or otherwise, if you are, or in other way also you can do this. Okay, if your electric field is in minus EY direction and your magnetic field is also in minus HZ direction, okay, in minus Z direction, then finally still your signal, your electromagnetic wave will go in a positive X direction. That's the idea of this one. And if you observe properly, when you have more electric field, you are getting more magnetic field. When your electric field value is 0, magnetic field is also 0, because electric field and magnetic field is always related with eta. Okay, and again, if one goes to 0, definitely other also will go to 0. Okay, other also will go to 0. That's the idea. Okay, so this is a very good diagram for electromagnetic wave propagation. So wave, the electric field is changing in its direction. It could be either Y, positive Y, or negative Y, and magnetic field is changing in its direction, that is positive Z or minus Z, and finally the wave is going in the positive X direction. Can anybody tell me what is the polarization? What is this polarization? What is the type of polarization? Can anybody tell me? Vertical or horizontal or linear or circular or elliptical? Anybody, are you on the line? Yes, hello, line la irkingla?
Linear, sir.
Linear, sir. Yes, linear only. In the linear, what is the polarization? In linear itself, there are two polarization: vertical and horizontal. Special case is vertical or horizontal.
Polarization, sir.
What polarization? Horizontal polarization. No, that means you are all not reading the content. That's the main thing. Very simply, I am telling polarization means orientation of the electric field with respect to the base plane. Orientation of the electric field with respect to the base plane. In this coordinate system, which one is base plane? ZX is the base plane. Yes, sir. See, the wave is going like this. Which one is base plane? ZX is the what? Base plane. ZX is the base plane. Okay, that is your base plane, ZX. Your wave is really going in X direction. That's okay. Then in which direction the electric field is changing? What is the orientation of the electric field with respect to the base plane? Either it is vertical or horizontal. I told you vertical. What is the base plane. Yeah, that means what? This is vertical polarization. That means what? This is vertical polarization. Okay, see.
Oh, sir.
Always, sir, which one is base plane, sir? ZX is the base plane.
Okay, sir.
Okay. ZX is the base plane. Okay, it's like a ground. ZX is the base plane. It's like a ground. On the ground, the wave is going in any one of the direction. See, on ZX plane, it can go anywhere, but it is really going in X direction. That's okay. And then what is the orientation of your electric field? Your electric field is going either upward or downward. That means what? It is vertical to your plane. See, sir, please observe this electric field direction. It's always perpendicular to ZX plane. Okay, this is ZX plane. Your electric field is always perpendicular to the ZX plane. Okay, it can go up or it can go down. That's why this is called as vertical plane. That's why this is called as vertical plane. Already I told like this, because once if we take a base plane, if your electric field is exactly perpendicular, then this is called as vertical polarization. Suppose அவங்க electric field magnetic field change பண்ணி கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா, this is what? Horizontal polarization. அவங்க suppose change பண்ணி கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா அது horizontal polarization, because your electric field in that case, your electric field will be parallel to the plane. Okay, then that is a horizontal polarization. But in this case, the electric field is exactly perpendicular to the base plane, so this is vertical polarization. Yes, sir. Suppose if the diagram is little bit tilted into the screen or towards you or in some other way, then that is called linear polarization. That is called linear polarization. If the diagram is somewhat tilted, okay, that is called linear polarization. Okay, so linear polarization is the general polarization. That means what? Electric field is varying on a line. Okay, on a line, if it is exactly perpendicular to the plane, base plane, then that is vertical polarization. Okay, if it is parallel to the base plane, then that is horizontal polarization. Or if it is not parallel, not vertical, it's in some other way, but it is going on the line, then it is a linear polarization. Then it is a linear polarization. Okay, so go to next one. Okay, now we'll have some idea, some simulation regarding the EM waves. Okay, I think screen, I'll extend the screen. Okay, sir, you are getting the screen? Yes. Okay. Screen visible arga, sir? Comfortable? Screen, the screen. Simulation screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. இப்போ இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா, we are having some antenna here, like KPHET, some antenna, and இங்க ஒரு house இருக்கு, அதுல ஒரு antenna வச்சிருக்காங்க. Now we want to communicate between these two antenna. We want to communicate. Okay, then how to communicate? See, like for a, I choose oscillation. Okay, that means what? I am providing some time varying current to this transmitting antenna, some time varying current. When I provide some time varying current, this produces the electromagnetic field. But whatever the field that you are seeing here is something similar to only electric field. Okay, here magnetic field nature is not shown. Okay, please imagine magnetic field is also there here, but that is not shown to you. Only they are showing the electric field nature. Okay, electric field nature. Okay, so again see here what is happening when the electron is going like this, the wave is produced like this, and again in the opposite way, because you know that the electrons will always produce the electric field in the opposite direction. Okay, the electric field will be always produced in the direction opposite to the electron. It's something similar like that. Okay, that's okay. So finally, because we are not worried about, because finally you are going to create some waves, electromagnetic waves, that consist of positive cycles as well as the negative cycles. Okay, when you create electromagnetic waves near the antenna, it will move in all direction. Actually, it will move towards this antenna, and also it will move somewhere else, because we do not know the nature of this antenna. Okay, so if the wave is going like this, you can observe here how the wave is changing. And one thing is very clear here, at any point of time on the space, if you see, I can stand here, I can stand here. When I stand here, I should know where I am standing. That means what? I should know what is the distance Z from the transmitter. Then T, that means at any point of time, the electric field that I am measuring here depends on where I am standing, and also at what point I am measuring the field, because see here it is keeps on changing. And also when something is maximum and other part of the wave is minimum. So what I'm telling, when you stand here, again your electric field depends on Z and T. That's why the wave values always depends on space as well as time. Space as well as time. Once if you fix your space position, then once if you fix your position, then finally your electric field value finally depends on time. Or once if you vary your space, then if you go to different place and you measure that, then that will give you different answer. Okay, that's the idea of the measurement of the waves on the free space. Okay, when you measure the value of the electric field or magnetic field anywhere on the space, please always remember it is of the electric field or magnetic field, it is always function of space and time. Okay, space and time, where you are measuring, at what time you are measuring, where you are measuring, at what time you are measuring, because our electric field is always time varying quantity, and that it varies with the distance, because when one point if it is minimum and other point it is maximum, it's going like this. Okay, now you are producing some large electric field here. Okay, but that is propagated. Okay, that is propagated, and see what is the effect there. What is the effect here? The effect here is very less. See, you are producing very large field here, but what is the effect of the electric field here? That is very minimum. Because why? What is the reason for this, sir? You are producing very large electromagnetic waves. Okay, the values of the electromagnetic field, electric field or magnetic field is very high, but when it reaches the receiver, the value is very less. What is the reason? Anybody? Any idea? Yesterday I told you it is due to the spherical nature of the wavefront. Spherical nature of the wavefront, because you are concentrating between the transmitter and receiver, but the wave will be going everywhere. Okay, see, if one receiver is there here, then there also the wave will go. If one receiver is here, there also wave will come. Okay, due to this nature, your amplitude will decrease. Okay, because we do not know what is the directivity of this antenna. Okay, that's why you cannot get the same electric field what you are doing, what you are producing at the transmitter. The same electric field you cannot get here. You'll get lesser amount of electric field. That means what? Your electric field value will decrease. That means your power density and all everything will decrease. Okay, that's the idea. Now, and I can increase my frequency. Okay, I can increase my frequency. Say if I increase the frequency, it varies very fastly. Okay, I am increasing my frequency, and I can reduce or increase the amplitude of the wave. Okay, and I'm having the control over the frequency and amplitude. Okay, so I can do anything. Okay, I can make 0. Okay, once I make 0, see, I'm making amplitude 0. Amplitude 0 means nothing. There is nothing. Then there will not be any communication. Then I make some. I am giving some amplitude. Okay, I am giving some amplitude. Now, what will happen if I make frequency 0? I am giving some amplitude. I am making frequency 0. You give any amplitude you want. I am giving 0 frequency. 0 frequency means what? 0 frequency means what, sir? DC. Please. Please wait a bit. Some problem has happened. Okay, so what is happening when I give 0 frequency? I am giving some amplitude. That means what? I am applying DC signal here. I am applying DC signal. What is happening when I apply the DC signal here? You will not get any information here. It simply stands still. Okay, your electron is also not moving. Here also current is not moving. Okay, you are giving simply DC signal. That means DC signal cannot create electromagnetic waves. That's very important. DC signal cannot create EM waves. DC signal cannot create EM waves. That is the reason, even if you are doing digital modulation means you finally want to send either 1 or 0. That means 5 volt or 0 volt. But you cannot send that 5 volt directly to the receiver. 5 volt means constant DC signal. That's why we are making help of analog modulation there also. That means digital carrier modulation. That means what? Finally, you will use analog. See, wherever you are using modulation, if it is wireless modulation, wireless long distance modulation, then definitely there will be the carrier. Okay, see what I am telling. If you are, if you want to do long distance wireless communication, for long distance wireless communication, what is important for long distance wireless communication? The communication may be digital or analog. Finally, we do not know. For long distance wireless communication, always analog carrier is needed. Always analog carrier is needed. Okay, analog carrier is needed. This is very, very important. For long distance wireless communication, always analog carrier is needed. Okay. Because see, you would have realized this, because even in case of ASK, okay, ASK, FSK, PSK, even in case of ASK, FSK, PSK also, you would have used the analog carrier, because we are calling these are all digital modulation, but still we are using the analog carrier, because once if your signal wants to go to longer distance, definitely you need analog carrier, because if you use digital carrier, that cannot go in a free space through air to the longer distance. That's the main idea. Okay. Oh, now what happens? What about other parameter? We'll see now. Okay. Now, and again, now we have varied our frequency and amplitude. Now I keep some frequency, some amplitude is there. Okay. Now I can see only curve also and full field. See, this is actual field pattern. See, once when you are near to the antenna, your field is really collapsed. That means what? You are at near field, your field is nearly collapsed. Then, and again here you can observe your spherical wavefront. You can observe here your spherical wavefront. Then what happens here when you go away from the transmitting antenna, far away? It is almost coming like a line. Okay, your spherical wavefront becomes like a planar wavefront. Your spherical wavefront becomes like a planar wavefront. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, now here it is spherical wavefront, but here it is like almost similar to planar wavefront. But if you still increase your distance, then you'll get very good plane field. Okay, plane field. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, how the electric field pattern, real field pattern is there. Okay. Then what else given? Okay, so nothing, when nothing is there, when this electron is moving, somehow it is inducing something. Actually, this is only we are seeing everywhere. We cannot see anything, but something is going in between the transmitting antenna and receiving antenna. Okay, that is a field. We cannot see that, but you can realize. Okay, you cannot see these electromagnetic waves with your eyes, but you can realize. Okay, you can realize with the help of the operation, with the help of, because you are sending something, but that is you are capable of receiving at a far distance. Then something is there in between. Okay, that is electromagnetic waves. That is electromagnetic waves. Okay, so then and again force on electron. So this is giving you the force on electron. That means opposite nature. Then this is simply electric field nature. Okay, it's behaving in opposite way. Then what about the static field? Okay, static field. And again, you know that near to, see, whenever you are doing electromagnetic communication, EM waves, and again near to the antenna, some field will be there. Okay, near field, and again it will produce some static field also. It will produce some static field also. Okay, you know the static field nature. Once if you have some charge, then that can produce the electric field around the charge. That is the nature of the static field, and that too, that will go in a radially outwards. Okay, radially outwards. Okay, and again, where are the miss panirmayas? And again, see here, transmitter movement manual they have given. Okay, now I am making movement with the help of my hand, and again you could see some small movement in the receiver. I hope some small movement at the receiver electron. Terida sir? Now I am using manual operation. Manually I am moving the electron. தெரியுதா slight change in the receiver? Please respond.
Yes.
Sir, oh,
Sir.
not,
Yes, sir,
yes,
தெரியுது,
okay,
sir.
some slight movement, okay, not big movement, because I am wearing the electron with my hand, mouse movement, okay, some slight movement is there. Okay, so what else? Oscillation we have seen, okay, electric field and electron position, okay, that's okay. Again transmitter and receiver comparison they given, okay. And this electron position is like some delay will be there definitely between the transmitter and receiver. And again here I think they are giving their what again I think they are giving the current produced by the electrons, because you are giving the current here that is moving the electron, but here you are getting the field is inducing the current in the antenna that is making the electron movement, that is making the electron movement that they are showing. Okay, see what is you are here, you are using I, sir, current, you are using some I varying current to excite the antenna, but here what is actually happening, EM waves is there. When EM waves incident on the conductor and the antenna, then it produces the, then it induces the current inside the antenna, then it induces the current inside the antenna. Okay, what is transmitting antenna? Transmitting antenna converts current into electromagnetic waves. Receiving antenna converts what electromagnetic waves into current and voltage. That's another simple idea. Okay, so next po.
Sir.
Yes, sir, சொல்லுங்க.
Sir, static field சொன்னீங்களா? அதுல small amount of current flow இருக்குமா சார்?
புரியல, எதனால small amount of current flow சொல்றீங்க?
சார் இப்ப அப்ளிகேஷன் பாத்தீங்கன்னா EMFs வந்து லாங் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் கம்யூனிகேஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்னு இருக்கீங்க.
ஓகே,
இப்போ வித்தின் ஹோம்குள்ள நான் ஒரு கம்யூனிகேஷன் பெர்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணலாம், மேல கீழே பில்டிங் குள்ள.
ஓகே, அப்போ அது ஸ்டாட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் வச்சு பண்ண முடியுமான்னு கேக்குறீங்களா?
ஆமா சார்.
பண்ண முடியாது. நீங்க நினைக்கிற மாதிரி அந்த டிஸ்டன்ஸ்லாம் ரொம்ப லார்ஜ் கிடையாது. அதாவது உங்களுக்கு என்னன்னு சொல்றேன், உங்க டவுட் புரிஞ்சது எனக்கு. நியர் ஃபீல்டு வச்சு வீட்டுக்குள்ளே கம்யூனிகேஷன் பண்ண முடியுமான்னு கேக்குறீங்க. இப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நீங்க இந்த செப்பரேஷனை புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். இது வந்து நியர் ஃபீல்டுன்னு வச்சுங்க, இது வந்து என்னது ஃபார் ஃபீல்டு. உங்களுக்கு என்ன ஃபார்முலா சொன்னா நியர் ஃபீல்டு ஃபார் ஃபீல்டுக்கு ரெண்டு ஃபார்முலா இருக்கு. அதுல ஒரு ஃபார்முலா எடுத்து நான் ஆப்ரேட் பண்றேன். சப்போஸ் ஒரு ஃபார்முலா வந்து என்ன சொன்னா 0.16 லாம்டா. நியர் ஃபீல்டு ஃபார் ஃபீல்டு செப்பரேட் பண்றது என்ன சார்? 0.16 லாம்டா. இப்போ உங்களுக்கே தெரியும், யூ டேக் சம் ரியலிஸ்டிக் கம்யூனிகேஷன், then you calculate the lambda. Okay, 3 into 10 power 8. சப்போஸ் ஒரு FM கம்யூனிகேஷனே வச்சுக்கலாம்னு வச்சுங்களேன். FM னா அது 100 மெகாஹெர்ட்ஸ். FM னா எவ்வளவு சார்? 100 megahertz. Okay, so once if you use 100 megahertz, then what is the answer, sir? 3 meter. Okay, then what is the value of 0.16 into 3 meter? 48 centimeter. 48 centimeter. Okay, within 48 centimeter the near field இருக்கும். That means what? Very near to, very near. Okay, 48 centimeter is like half meter only. அந்த half meter தான் உங்களுக்கு near field இருக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறமே far field தான். புரியுதா சார் என்ன சொல்றேன்னு?
ஓகே சார், ஓகே சார்.
ஓகே, சோ அதெல்லாம் வந்து பண்ண முடியாது. அதாவது என்ன சொல்ல வராங்கன்னா, ஆக்சுவலா நீங்க இதை வேணா ட்ரை பண்ணி பாருங்க. சப்போஸ் யூ ஆர் ஹேவிங் சம் டிரான்ஸ்மிட்டர், யூ ஆர் கீப்பிங் த ரிசீவர் அகைன் தேர் இட் செல்ஃப். Okay, very near to the antenna, at the near field of the antenna, that time you will not get the signal actually, because that is not a radiated field. Okay, so again sometime you might have realized tower இதெல்லாம் இருக்கும், நிறைய பேர் டவர் இருக்கும், டவர் கீழே போய் உட்கார்ந்து இருப்பானா டவர் கிடைக்காது. That's mainly because of this concept. Okay, near field and far field concept. Okay, அது போல பண்ண முடியாது சார். that near field means that is very near. நீங்க நினைக்கிற மாதிரி ஏதோ ஒரு 50 மீட்டர் 100 மீட்டர்லாம் கிடையாது. that is very near. Okay, வேற ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்கா சார் இதுல? this is very good simulation to for electromagnetic waves. Okay, very good simulation for electromagnetic waves. வேற ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்குங்களா உங்களுக்கு இதுல? Okay. So next we'll go to the wave front. Yes, sir. So here one source is there that is producing electromagnetic waves around the source. That's like you think it of like isotropic source. Okay, it can produce electromagnetic waves around the source in a three-dimensional direction. Then here they have shown the wavefront. They have shown the wavefront. See, when you are here, when you are in this imaginary circle, the wavefront is like this. When you are here, the wavefront is like this. And when you are here, the wavefront is like this. Okay, what is actually happening as the distance increases, the wavefront increases actually. That's okay, but the power per unit area of the wavefront is less. Okay, you have to understand that properly. Okay, as distance increases, area of the wavefront increases, but please observe very properly. Say suppose if you are having 10 watt, okay, like this you can make, okay, similar to this diagram you can make 10